Hey guys, usually I don't talk about books on here, and I'm not trying to sell this book or anything. It's a book I've often seen over friends' houses, and they've kind of bought it more as a joke. And I think a lot of people buy this more as a joke because of what it says, and it is kind of a funny title. But actually, it's fairly decent reading for people, and I think it's more um, bent towards expats. But it can be all throughout life for anybody. But I think this is a great book to read for expats because we have our anywhere from 5 to 30% of the people, maybe even more. Some people say that are a little touched, in the expat community. And I saw this book. I saw it on Lazada, so you can order it on Lazada if you want to order it. It actually is great reading, and it tells you about 4 different types of people in our that we deal with, and it tells us how to deal with them. And I was like, wow, this is quite interesting because some people that we consider idiots are not really idiots. They just think differently than us. There are idiots out there. I'll give you that. We've seen some of them on some of the vlogs. I mean, we see them. They're like, why, right out there with their idiocy. But I mean, this book is actually a great reading book. It's very interesting, and you guys might want to check it out. It's called Surrounded by Idiots. It's written by Thomas Erickson, Erikson. You can get it on Lazada, like I said, and it's over 2 million copies sold, and I'll bet you 1 million of those copies are probably sitting on people's desks as a joke, just because of the title. When you see a title like that, it is kind of funny. And I've seen this book on the 99-cent tables and stuff like that in bookstores. And I was saying, yeah, the guy knew he'd sell half those books as a joke, as a lark. Or you give them to your boss as a joke, or as one of the employees or a friend of yours or something like that, that's always complaining about the idiots in a group of people that you guys know, whether it be a local lodge or Elks or a group that you hang out with or something like that. It's just, it's kind of a funny thing to buy somebody a gift that says, something like that. It's just is. But anyway, if you guys want to actually read a decent book, it talks about the different personalities. I'll read the back for you guys, and you guys can kind of check this out. It says the #1 international bestseller, and with more than 2 million copies sold worldwide, Surrounded by Idiots shares a simple revolutionary method of understanding the people around you that will change how you interact with everyone from your coworkers to your spouse. Author Thomas Erickson explains that there are 4 key behavior types that define how we interact with and perceive others. Understanding someone's pattern or behavior is a key to successful communications. The so-called idiots in our lives are often simply people who have a different behavior profile and style of communication. Okay, there's the reds, the dominant and commanding, the yellow, the social and optimistic, the greens, laid back and friendly, the blues, analytical and precise. I would say I'm a mix between yellow, green, and blue. Erickson goes on to explain how to identify and interact with each type of person. And the simple 4-color system allows you to speedily identify a friend or a coworker. Or you could also say friend or associate if you're not working anymore like us. And adjust how you speak and share with them. Surrounded by Idiots is full of practical information to set you up for success in every area of your life. Now, this will be going off the shelves down in Dumageddon. I'm just joking, but from what I hear about down there, it might be good reading for you guys down there. I've heard a lot of stories come out of there, and I hear the same stories about Angeles in some respects too. These guys down there always calling me saying, oh, this one's fighting with so-and-so and stuff like that. I just find it kind of funny, But anyway, if you guys want to check out something, and to be honest with you, I think it would be a great book to read before you even come over here. Because over here, lifestyles are different. You're going to run into people that you like and people that you don't like. And there's a lot of people over here that have little things about them that's very hard to deal with sometimes. And it's usually about 10 to 20% of the people are very touchy. It's something that people from the United States carry with them. They blow up on the drop of a dime. And I think everyone from the United States has a little bit of that in them, and they don't want to admit it. And I think sometimes we have to admit that sometimes we blow up very easy, and it's when I talk to people from Europe or even over here, but it's mostly the guys from Europe, they can't stand a lot of Americans. They don't like hanging around with a lot of Americans. And they've told me, a lot of Americans are jerks. And, that goes for a lot of people in Western countries that, people from the UK, people from Australia. Every once in a while you run into some hard people to deal with. They don't want to admit it. But I'm admitting that, in the United States, we have big problems too. And it's something that we kind of have to look inward at and say, hey, maybe I have to look inward and try to fix this myself a little bit. But this here book tells you how to deal with people that have those problems and how to kind of wind your way through life without interacting with those people or overreacting with those people, or learn how they think and how to deal with them on their level, not give in to them, but how to deal with them on a different level so that both of you have like a win-win situation. And I started reading this book, and it has a lot of good information in there about understanding people. And you guys might want to check it out. So if you get a chance, you might want to order it. I think I paid like 99 pesos for it on Lazada, and that's a great deal. I saw it advertised, and I says, you know what, I'm going to grab this book. And there was a couple other books that I saw in there that were fairly decent about psychology and stuff. And that coming from that type of background of, being a therapeutic mentor with kids and families back home, that type of stuff always interests me. So, and there's always room to learn more. And this book definitely teaches you a lot more, so if you guys want to get it, it might be a book that might change you a little bit and change your way of thinking. And it might make it easier to live where you are. If you're having problems with the people around you, that book might help you a little bit to understand people around you. So that way you can cope with things better and easier. And sometimes people cope with it just by moving far away, like to the provinces or places like that. Anyway, guys, God bless, take care. And remember, if you have a chance, Surrounded by Idiots, Thomas Erickson, and you can get it on Lazada, guys. God bless, take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show, guys. Take care.